My back kind of hurt. I got a soft bed mattress. Known as a Passerella Death Squad. And this song, "The Whole World" by Dean Mikowski, Francis Mercer, and Roland Clark. But yeah, my bed, like, the mattress is so soft, it just goes like this. So I just had like a random thought, because I was all cuddled up. With my cover, a blanket. And yeah, like, I had this random thought to like cover the sides of the bed with weights. But y'all already know, like, once a soft mattress, always a soft mattress. You're basically just gonna have to compress the whole thing just to get it to be a firm mattress, you know what I'm saying? But so maybe I do need to cover it up, but I got like 6 blankets. I don't have like a hard, heavy blanket though. Like, supposedly women like these weighted blankets. I had a subscriber tell me that she couldn't chat in my live chat, and I was thinking, like, maybe she wasn't watching a live chat. Maybe she was watching like an older live chat. Because, like, after it's an older live chat, you can't chat in it live no more. But I don't know. She can leave me comments and stuff. Y'all can leave me comments after I make a live video. You can comment on, like, my regular, like, on the... Oh boy, this is complicated. And I thought people sounded weird whenever they was talking about YouTube. Now I'm all sounding weird. But, sorry, I can't think. My back hurt. No, like, I mentioned that, that it was a slave state. I didn't mean that it was a slave state. What I meant was that it was a police state, because we're not a slave state no more. And, but yeah, if you're tuning in, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good day, whatever it is, whatever it may be for you. I hope you're having a good day. I hope your bed is a little harder than mine, because it's a little too soft. I don't know, what kind of bed y'all got? Like, people can't even choose what kind of bed they got. It's just whatever kind of story you got. I already know, like. But one time I did have a canopy bed. Yeah, it was like a canopy bed. And a firm mattress. I've had firm mattresses. This is like the soft. This is like the first time that I bought a mattress, and I bought it and it's soft. No, because actually it's like the second bed I ever bought, but it's the softest mattress for sure, because that first one was when I was with this one chick, and her mom got us to go pick up a bed, like when I was 19, 20. And so we went to go pick up this bed. That was when I still had my truck before I traded it in for this car that I only had for a couple years. It was a PT Cruiser. Anyways, I had a Chevy S10. And yeah, went and picked up that bed, and it was a canopy bed. We was staying in an apartment, but it was cool for a little while. She didn't really like a canopy bed though. I think I was the only one that liked it. No, but you see some of those like old school beds where they have like big wooden posts, and like whenever they close the curtains on their bed, like it's a fucking blanket. It looks like a giant curtain, like a real, like thick, like you can't even see through it. You know what I'm saying? Like this canopy bed that I bought is like those little bitty see-through curtains or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I seen a real one on YouTube, and it looks like those European beds. Yeah, like a German bed, where you just, like, close the curtain, and it's, like, blackout, like, it's black on the end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dark. Yo, what up, Just Jan? Yo, did you sleep good? You got a good mattress? You probably got like a nice bed. Yeah. I gotta rehabilitate my shoulder. Man, I was just talking about these canopy beds, and then like regular beds, and my bed is too soft, so my back hurts. So I was gonna put some weights on my mattress, and then I was like, man, that ain't even gonna fix the problem. I just need a hard mattress. I need to patch my box spring too, because I broke a board when I was jumping on, like, I was on top of my bed, and then I jumped on my bed, and I broke a board. But, y'all call in Germany a Jalousen. The curtain thing is called a Jalousen. Oh, maybe that's what it's called. Yeah, but that's German, probably. Jalousen? Jalousen? Yeah, I saw one of those on YouTube, man. They're dope. I don't know. I think I saw some really old beds. You don't have a bed. You use a futon, better for the back. It must be like a really good futon, because I bought a futon from Walmart one time, and it was like, I think it was starting to break. I don't know, it was probably made in China. Yeah, I like futons. I miss having a futon. But it has to be a good futon. You shipped it from Japan? Nice. Japanese got the good folding furniture too, because they They really know how to try to conserve space. Like I seen Japanese people's apartments. They be like folding beds out of the wall and shit. It lays on the floor. Yeah. I had a folder. My mama had gave me a foldable, one of those couches that turn into a bed. It's like a couch futon. But I gave it away to the neighbor when I moved out of my trailer. Like I was living in a trailer park for a little while, and I moved out of this trailer park, and my neighbor, she wanted my couch. And I was like, yeah, you can have my couch. So me and my neighbor gave my other neighbor my couch. Because my dad didn't have a truck. We just fit everything we could in the car and then we left. They don't have much space in Japan. Yeah, I know. No, it's really just Japan. Yeah, and in Europe. It was crowded in Germany and Japan real bad. And then the UK. But that's about it though. Like it's probably really, yeah, it's crowded as hell in the cities like Mexico City and Tokyo and Hong Kong and shit. But once you get out to like the desert, there's really like nobody out in the desert. Like there's whenever you get out to like the mountains and then the desert, man, there ain't nobody there. Yo, what up, Azeron? Yeah, I blew out my back. I felt like, no. Yeah, one time I kind of blew out my back. And then, like, if I sleep wrong, my back is sore. I didn't blow out my back, like, really bad, but I pulled some ligaments probably, because when I go to like working on doing stuff, yeah, like it was hard to stand up straight for a while, but after like a couple years I got used to it. The muscle on the other side got stronger or something, and it don't hurt. Same thing with my neck, and like I don't know, I'm trying to work on my shoulders. I don't think my neck's gonna get any better, but my back got better. I don't know. They say the neck and the back don't heal. T-Desert. The desert is where it's at. Yeah, like I've heard about people having some badass parties in the desert. There's like anybody can dig a well now, but back in the day they didn't know how to dig a well. Not the desert in the mountains. Yeah, my neck, my back. Yeah, I got a song like that. Yeah, like over, like where I live, like it ain't a city, it ain't a big city. It used to be a swamp. It was a swamp, and it was a bunch of trees, and it was flooded. And they just had to make like levees so they could cross on the road with the horses and the wagons. And it was a swamp, so they had to clear out all the trees. And yeah, man, there's plenty of swampy areas too. But like I ain't ever been to like a big city, but like I see them, you know, like I see big cities. I see big cities on TV and on YouTube or whatever, but the biggest city I ever saw was when I drove through Austin, Texas, but I didn't even drive through. I was on the interstate. Like, I've seen New Orleans, but that's like driving over the ocean. It felt like driving over the ocean because it was a giant bridge. And we was really crossing the swamp. But like, I've never really been to like a big city. Well, like, I've been in a big city to like catch the bus. Like Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never lived in the city, so like, if I had to live like Japanese where I had like foldable beds, like, I wouldn't mind having foldable beds in this trailer house. Hey, man, hey, I'm in a trailer house, so if I was in a big city, I'd be living in an apartment. Then I'd really feel like it was fucking crowded. I don't even want to think about how they get their furniture up in the apartment and shit. Yep. Y'all already know I had to download that song after I fucked my back up. I really, once you fuck your back up one time, you really don't want to throw it out like another time. Like I said, like I've talked to women or people that have thrown their back out, and she said that like she couldn't walk for a couple days, so it doesn't sound like fun. And then I was listening to a dude, he was at work doing sheet metal stuff. You really got to be careful doing like heavy lifting, because he threw out his back from doing hard labor, like sheet metal type work, like manual labor, and he couldn't get out of the bed. So I gotta stop trying to pick stuff up like I'm a strong man, because I'm not a strong man. I'm gonna fuck my back up like I fuck my shoulders up. Like I fuck my neck up.
Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now.
Oh my God.
Suck this pussy just like you should.
I feel old as fuck.
Lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back,
I threw my back out.
and my crack. First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you roll your tongue from the crack back to the front end. Suck it all till I shake and come, nigga. Make sure I keep busting us, nigga.
All over your face and stuff.
So show me so much love. The best thing comes from a thug. The dick good, dick big and long.
Sorry, I got a little excited. Hey. Man, I ain't trying to throw my back out, yo. No, it sucks. Once you injure yourself, you're supposed to like just quit strong arming shit. Quit trying to fucking strong arm shit. Yeah, my little lungs giving out again, man. Yo, it's this, it's cause I smoked. It's cause I smoked a pack of cigarettes for like 3 years. And then I went back to smoking weed and it was like, I got sick. Like I caught the flu and then I got better, but like I had this hemp cough and then like I stopped smoking cigarettes. Like a lot of cigarettes. I just smoke like 6 cigarettes a day now, like, or less. Cause I ain't trying to smoke a pack a day. Cause I was smoking a pack a day and that shit was fucking up my voice box. But like the hemp, when I started smoking hemp, like I started coughing like every minute. And then like I heard about some dude, his heart, like he got his heart fucked up because he was smoking too much of that hemp. His heart got clogged up. I don't know, does hemp clog up the lungs like more than regular weed? Like the female plant? It looks a lot thicker, I ain't gonna lie. Like it looks like some swag, like that dirt weed, but they turned it into kush. Somehow they turned it into kush. I don't know about the processes of growing medical cannabis. No, but I really don't like smoking that many cigarettes. But like I remember being in school, like my 10th grade teacher told me that if you smoke a marijuana cigarette, it's like smoking 7 regular cigarettes. Cause it's got thicker tar, but it's a different type of tar, but like, I don't know, I think tobacco's a lot more cancerous from the way they talk about it with testing it on rats. I don't know, like, did they test weed on rats too? Because they got a whole cancer thing label on here talking about, or on the weed smoke is cancerous. Maybe stop smoking at all, yeah. I feel you on that. You don't know anything about weed? Yeah, there's lots of stuff about weed on YouTube. back before YouTube, we had to rent something from the video store, so I rented a documentary from Blockbuster. It was called Grass. It was pretty good. They used to have weed in cough syrup. That indica. Is it true that they used to farm hemp? They used to do hemp farming when like United States was a baby. You know what I'm saying? The first president was talking about smoking weed. Like, is that true? Like, he was really talking about smoking weed. His fondest memories were smoking cannabis, sitting on his back porch, watching the sunset go down. I don't know, man. Ain't the Chinese the ones that first showed people how to make paper? They was making paper with hemp, weed. Yeah, smoking is bad no matter what. Yeah, that's why like I wanted that volcano back in the day. They got the that volcano vaporizer for you know, they was giving it to cancer patients, but anybody could buy one because I looked at them. They was $400, but they fill up like a bag. It's cleaner that way. It's not so much carbon monoxide or whatever. That's why I get all sleepy and shit when I smoke a cigarette. Sucking the oxygen out of my brain. Yep. You lay on the floor. Oh, it lays on the floor, yeah. Protect your back, protect your neck, protect your dick, protect your clit. Sorry. Censored. Yeah, I think they're speaking German on that song. It's by Kabasil. He remixed the song from somebody. Anna. Some chick. Kabasil, born in 1968. Yo, it ain't no fun throwing your back out. Yeah, but I guess after you throw your back out the first time or something, after you pull some ligaments or something, like, I don't know, it's a lot easier to get a sore back now because the vertebrae is like, vertebrae on top of each other because there's a little bubble that'll break, it'll burst, and like the fluid will come out of it, so it's not so much of a bubble anymore on your vertebrae. I'm kind of hoping it's not the same thing for the shoulders, because I'm about to have to try to do some like strength training. And yeah, strength training. Strength training. Damn, it's like homie knew about blowing backs out. I didn't know if it was a joke or like they were serious. Some of the coolest people are the ones that are always fucking working. Yeah, it got cold already, like in the morning. It already got a little cold. It was only like the second or third day in September. But that's my month. Well, actually, whatever day I was procreated on that month, but when I was birthed, when I was born, when I came to be, when I came to light in this world, it was in September. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all stopping in, you know. even if it's for shits and giggles or whatever. My homie can't talk on my live chat, so I'm kind of wondering, like, is Nicole ever gonna come back? And then there's a lot of subscribers that I don't hear from, or I don't see from. And then I get newer ones. And yeah, I don't know, like, some people, they give everybody a wrench. Like, if I like you, I can make you blue. And yeah, I'm gonna download some of that stuff, like some apps, some of that stuff where they can stream, like StreamYard or whatever, and what's the other one, Prism? Damn, I'm getting hungry fast. Alright, just for shits and giggles. Yo, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that podcast with Praveen? With Praveen explaining how he was watching monkeys and they was eating. He was watching these gibbon monkeys in India, and he was watching how they would wait for the mushrooms to grow on cow shit, and then they would eat the magic mushrooms from the cow shit. And he was explaining how these gibbons, like in 50 years, they're gonna be like more advanced because they keep expanding their mind. I don't know, but like they don't eat them every day, so they just waiting them, like they're just like waiting for them to pop up on the cow patties. So the question appeared in my mind, and I was like, are they just chilling by the farm? where they have cattle? Or is this like wild cows or something? Damn, I blew my back out, blew my neck out, blew my finger out, blew my toe out. That ain't cool. My hip, my D. Hey. Shout out to everybody that blew their A out. Just joke. Yo, it's a lot of cool people out there. I appreciate it, you know. Life's a gamble, you know, like I done explained it before, like life's a gamble regardless of what you do. So I be hurting myself more when I ain't working, you know what I'm saying? Like, enjoy having a job. Like, yeah, be happy to go get that job. Go get that bag and be happy about it. I ain't down in it at all. I love working. I am not allergic to work. I love that shit. I'm just kind of scared of heights. Like, I don't know how y'all construction people or y'all roofers do it, because that shit, or like y'all line people, like, whew. I'd be kind of scared to drive sometimes too, and ride shotgun, like passenger, whatever. But there was a dude on live stream, I think. I don't know, he was changing his tires because one of his tires was about to fuck up. It had a crack in it. Yep. Oh, I got 5 instrumental. No, he ain't. No, he is rapping on there. But it's like half the song's an instrumental. Oh, I ain't downloaded a song in forever. Imagine smoking DMT. Man, that spice bomb that good. If I had some DMT, it'd be in like a little vial like this. No. Sprinkle it on a bowl. No. Cause I notice a lot of y'all don't even like drugs. You know, like, that's why you see some people, like some YouTubers, they'll make a niche, like, on their YouTube or whatever, like, all about, drugs, a certain drug that they like, or whatever, like, yeah, I got half of this spice bomb left. Oh. Spray that in your ride. He said he don't know anything about weed. The first real badass techno song I ever heard was from Super Troopers on this movie, and it's like a Dutch music artist or something. Like, it's pretty close to Germany. Or is it? But yeah. Bubbles. Beady Bodie, Beady Boo. Beady Bodie, Beady Boo. Bubbles, Biddy Bodie, Biddy Boo. It's easy to remember. Biddy Bodie, Biddy Boo. Yeah. But I thought it was German or something, and then, like, I think it's Dutch. Damn, I'm hungry as fuck. There's this YouTuber from the Philippines, and she's always saying that her tummy is crying. But, like, I got the hunger pains. Yeah, but it's good to be hungry for a little while sometimes. Like, there's a dude that talks about fasting. It's like a good thing. He don't eat that much, but he like eats the right food. And He drinks plenty of water though. Can't go without water because kidney's always working. Yo, but I'm about to get up off here though. No. Chicken with bad juju. What the fuck? I had this girlfriend, she worked at a donut shop and she never cooked me a fucking donut. Like, what the fuck? Imagine that, right? And she definitely made me feel like a donut though. Which was good. You know, mouth hugs are always good. A proper dose of like what you like is always good. Yo, who is this chick? She's talking about take your Alexa Pro. Like take your medicine. She's like take your anxiety medicine or some shit. I don't know what she's talking about. But like she might be pretty cool. It might be like she might be like, don't fuck with me. She was listening to some rap music. Lil Durk, 21 Savage, and G Herbo. Nardo Wick. Hey, but how y'all doing out there? I just say that, you know, the kind of coffee that I drink is, Nescafe. It's from Sweden. First time I saw it, I thought it was like South American Colombian coffee, but it's from Sweden, so, or at least the company's from Sweden, I don't know, but anyways, hey, Folgers coffee was where it was at originally. You know, it's all about the Folgers. What's in your cup, you know? Damn, I ain't seen that commercial in a long time. But that commercial used to come on like every day. whatever channel I was watching. Tekken 8? Holy shit, they're playing Tekken 8. NBA 2K and Tekken. So fucking that, dude. They love coming in when I open a window. Then I got some here in a trash in a bag. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be at work and get stung by some fucking yellow jacket bees. And ants. Fucking bag, dude. Not cool. Okay, so I should draw like a cyborg. That's what it is now. I should draw some AI and a cyborg, some cybernetic. Like Jax on Mortal Kombat. Like man, imagine driving a convertible. I'm about to get up off here. I'm gonna just sit on a stream and just not say anything. This dude told me he had enough weed for 25 years. Like, for himself, for his own consumption. Or was it 15 years? Oh damn, I got a friend playing Need for Speed Payback. Wow. Japanese painting. They're hella crowded over there. Some of them had the same plot of land for like 800 years. It stays in the family. What is that? Somebody made a video, put that music on it. Yeah, we're in the pub. We're in the Irish pub, yeah. Scottish pub. We're in the Scottish pub, yeah. Who is this redhead chick? Damn, it was a brunette wearing like a onesie. There's a dude wearing some white overalls. She's wearing like some wool type tank top. I don't know what she's wearing, but he's chewing on some Wrigley's. Yeah, I don't know. some chick in a she was in this like white shirt, and like on the outside of it, on the bottom by her sleeves, it was all poofy like a curtain, and then like I think she had on like a skirt, like a tight skirt. But she had curly hair. She looked beautiful. She was beautimous. Beautimous. What the fuck?
So, are we really?
Yeah, I remember playing God of War, and then you saw the snake.
Well, I'm not gonna fix it.
Atreus, follow me.
Sorry. Are you sure this is a good idea?
No.
Well, brothers, I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
Yeah. I've never been in a giant's belly either.
Oh, hell no.
Never one who was not trying to eat me.
You really should expect that sort of response at this point.
Here we go.
And it's an error. Yep. It wouldn't want to copyright. I mean, it was just copying wrong. PlayStation app. That was a perfect motion song. Or was it Sunburn? Was it Sunscreen. Sunscreen, perfect motion. Imagine your internet was so fast you wasn't on that blue screen for long. I'm out here getting shit, my man.
Dicen que soy muy violento, la verdad pa' que le miento, me enciende en caliente. Y me respetan, respeto, sino para que les cuento lento, fuerte. Dicen yo soy michoacano, de allá le vengo chingando y de hace mucho tiempo. Soy un hombre de trabajo, de palabra y no me rajo, yo soy hecho. Soy aquel que le pide al gobierno que le sobra huevo. Soy aquel que tiene mucha gente peleando el terreno. Soy aquel que a punta de balazo se ganó el respeto. Ya les dejé demostrado, no ocupo ni mencionarlo, les pegué una recia. Ahora tiemblan los soldados cuando miran mi comando ni se acercan. Me gusta pelear los gallos, las carreras de caballos, música de viento. Hay un equipo armado, calibre 50 cohetes y antiaéreos. Soy aquel que le pelea al gobierno y que le sobra huevo. Soy aquel que tiene mucha gente peleando el terreno. Soy aquel que a punta de balazos se ganó el respeto. Soy aquel señor de Michoacán. Me apodan el Mencho.
legends of the Aztecs or the Mayans or even the Hopi in North America, they all record a conflict, an actual war with the giants. Now, what's really interesting to me, George, is I ran across a scholar. Her name is Adrienne Mayer, and she wrote a series of just wonderful, wonderful books about this very topic. And she points out that in the lore and legends of Mesoamerica, this war against the giants was fought in their own words because of the sexual practices of the giants.
Man,
And I'm thinking, well, my word, you know, that's almost sounding like the biblical story of Sodom and Gomorrah. And, you know, add to that the fact that they are saying that this is a war against giants. That reminds you, of course, and I noticed your website that you put up the Greek version of the war against the giants, the Gigantomachy. So, yeah, we have to explain something else here, and that is, why is it that we have the legends of this war against the giants with the Greeks, and then half a world and an ocean away, we find the same legends among completely different cultures with Aztecs and Mayans? So I have to conclude that there's some sort of basis in fact behind all of these things long, long ago in prehistory.
And you know, and you look at the Bible, you look at Genesis, and it talks about the giants it had to have been something, Joseph. It had to have been something.
Well, yeah, you know, this is the thing, George. With the Greek version of the story, we're kind of back again to the idea of cosmic war, and this is the reason I put this book in that series as a kind of a sequel to that book, because in the Greek version of this war, you have, of course, Saturn, or Kronos, being the principal god at the beginning of the Greek pantheonic history. And then, of course, Kronos sires a race of giants, and there's a large war. And that war had to have been fought, in my opinion, on an interplanetary basis millennia, if not millions of years ago. So what we're looking at with these legends, I think, all over the world is kind of a vague retelling of something that is so ancient that it kind of got garbled in the transmission. But yeah, I agree. I think you have to look at all these texts, including the Bible, from the standpoint of, you know, critically reassessing what they're saying and comparing notes and details between them. But there's no question in my mind that you're right, that there is some sort of factual basis behind all of these things.
You know, the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire with these myths. There's got to be some basis behind it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is the real clue that we're dealing with something like this, because over and over again, George, I run into the fact that these completely different cultures that are so disconnected from each other geographically and even culturally to a certain extent, that they are repeating the same details. How do we account for the fact that in the Bible we have stories of giants, we have stories of very strange sexual practices, and then again in an ocean and half a world away we have the same story being told by Aztecs and Mayans? You know, there's just no way that this can be coincidental.
What is the dilemma that you talk about?
Delitzsch's dilemma. That's also in chapter 1 with Professor Koldewey. And Friedrich Delitzsch, just to kind of set this up so that people really understand the full significance of what he actually discovered. Friedrich Delitzsch was one of the world's great Assyriologists. He was fluent in virtually all forms of the languages behind ancient cuneiform. He was very fluent with Sumerian and Akkadian and Assyrian and so on. And Friedrich Delitzsch was, of course, one of these German archaeologists that had spent some time in Mesopotamia digging around and making discoveries. He was called to Berlin to give a private audience on his discoveries to Kaiser Wilhelm II and the imperial court. Okay? And this is where the story gets really interesting, because Delitzsch, in this private lecture, recorded and reported on the fact that he had found some cuneiform tablets dating from the time of King Hammurabi, which would be about 1,000 years before the books of Genesis and Exodus were written, if you follow certain conservative datings of those books. And in these cuneiform tablets, he found a version of the Old Testament name of God, Yahweh, clearly present. All right? And word of this leaked out of the Kaiser's court into the public and caused a literal firestorm of controversy, George, all throughout Europe, from Germany to France to England. Everybody was in an uproar at what he had found. And the reason why they were in an uproar, I mean, he had everybody from biblical critics to liberal theologians all mad at him, you know, and that takes a bit of doing to get everybody mad.
Sure does, that's right.
Well, the reason why they were mad at him is, of course, on the one hand, if you were kind of a fundamentalist turn of mind, the name Yahweh is always understood in traditional theology to be a special revelation that God gave to the Hebrews, and then, of course, that tradition was picked up in Christianity. So by saying that this name was nothing special and that it was around 1,000 years before the Hebrews even came along, that was quite shocking enough. But the other problem was that by saying it was 1,000 years older than the first two books of the Bible, he was also saying that all the attempts of the biblical scholars and critics who had been trying to redate the books of the Bible to hundreds of years after the Exodus from Egypt, that this was also wrong. Yeah, the dilemma that he posed for scholars, and they've never really been able to resolve it ever since, is why is this name present in a Sumerian and Mesopotamian context so very, very early?
You've tied in genetic manipulation with the
Yes.
myths and many of the things that had gone on in the past. We're coming up to the break, Joseph, but when we come back, I want you to tell us what you think the ancients did in terms of genetic manipulation and what's going on now. We'll be back in a moment. Tell me about your thoughts of genetic engineering from the ancients. What did they do, if anything?
Well, George, this to me is really the big issue because, as you know, from various people that have researched this subject, Zechariah Sitchin and some others, the ancient texts, and I spent a great deal of time in James Giant's Monsters and Men talking about a set of tablets, cuneiform tablets.
Okay, so you wrote a book called Genes, Giants, Monsters, and Men.
Point of view.
Yeah. You wrote a book called Genes, Giants, Monsters, and Men, so go buy the book. That was Joseph Farrell or something. He was on the show with Coast to Coast. And yeah, he wrote a book called Genes, Giants. What was it? Sounds like a good book.
And created creature. I examined the same legend, and it's certainly found in the Mayan texts, and almost in the same way, all right?
Hey, chill
So in
out.
other words, we're not looking at something that is restricted to Mesopotamian legends. This is something that you also find in the legends and lore of other cultures. And if this be the case, then we're looking at a disturbing thing, because the first thing that these texts, all from the Mayans to the Mesopotamians, state is that mankind was created as a kind of a slave to serve the gods, all right? And this is, number one, the first problem, because in effect what that is saying is that from the ancient point of view, we have, number one, genetic cousins out there somewhere. And number two, we are property, all right? If our cousins were to come back, how would law adjudicate this? Because it is a potential problem. Now, the other thing that the text mentioned, George, that's very, very crucial, is that this is a wholesale program. This is not just the engineering or the manipulation of human DNA. This is...
I don't know, I mean, what they was talking about that? But I mean, we wasn't supposed to take it literal though, right? Or I don't know, was it literal? Like they really thought they made people out of mud or some shit?
thing that they're doing across the board with all sorts of species. There's an ancient Babylonian historian by the name of Berosus, and he's even cited and quoted in many of the early church fathers. And Berosus maintains in his text that not only do you have an engineering of mankind, but you have the engineering of very chimerical species of blending humanity with animals and so on and so forth. So in other words, what we're looking at, George, with modern science, and I find this to be equally disturbing, we are looking really at a science that seems to be designed, in my opinion, to bring to reality the mythological creations of the past. So in other words, again, that raises the bar considerably, because what it's implying is that these ancient texts are in fact talking about a reality that happened. So, you know, it's a very complex question, because we are dealing today, in other words, with the same sorts of ethical problems that were being dealt with in very, very ancient times in the midst of prehistory. And that's the problem.
Now, as civilizations began to evolve over the years, they seem to have lost this knowledge until here we are today. What happened in between?
To me, George, I think, again, all of this is arguing that you're looking at the activity of at least...
What if they was like at the other side of the world, and then the world flooded, and then, you know, because they say the giants, it was the flood, and because they died, and so what if they like never got out, and what if there was like some of them left? What if it was just like a part of the world that died because they was flooded? But like, why does it sound like the same thing that happened to the animals? Like, it used to be a lot bigger animals, right? Like, there used to be a beaver the size of a car, and like there used to be bigger like animals and shit. Like, why aren't they correlating that to that? Why does it have to be about aliens and shit? That's what I don't understand. Which I don't believe. I'm just saying, like, what about the bones that's like bigger animals? That's the same type of animals we have today. It's just those animals supposedly died off because they was adapted to cold weather. But like, they talk about those mammoth bones that were all washed up. But that's way up north. This dude's talking about down south. Wasn't there like elephants down south too? India's in the south, and they got elephants. I don't know. Either way, it's just like weird.
One elite, if not more, that has been in more or less continual existence since ancient times. And again, the behavior...
Smoking is bad. Okay.
Something got a hold of me, breathe out, yes, something